So today we're going to talk about one of the greatest books ever written on business by one of the greatest business authors living right now. And so let's first define what is a myth. A myth is a widely held but false belief or idea. Alright, welcome to the first part. Welcome to the first part of a 4-part series. Okay, apat ho ito, no? Or probably even more. We don't know how many Mondays this e-myth will take us. Because it's just so much of a great book, written by a great author, that we cannot just talk about it in one Monday for 30-40 minutes. We have to take a lot of Mondays. And so welcome to the first Monday. And I hope that you have your notes with you, because I'm going to be sharing with you great insights from a great teacher. And some of you know, but I would like to repeat it again, because it's such a wonderful opportunity for me. In fact, I consider it a sacred opportunity years ago to be personally mentored, taught, trained, and certified by no less than Michael Gerber himself. So today we're going to talk about one of the greatest books ever written on business by one of the greatest business authors living right now. And so let's first define what is a myth. A myth is a widely held but false belief or idea. I know you know that, but let me just say that again so that we are all on the same page. A myth is a widely held but false belief or idea. And so when we listen to somebody talking about Greek mythology, they say it as if it's real. They say it as if it's 100% real. But the truth of the matter is, it's a myth. It's not true. So today we're going to start this journey to understand what is the entrepreneurial myth. What is this myth that, if understood and eventually let go of, you have to understand, we have to let go of the myth. But we first need to understand, because it's so difficult to let go of something that you don't even know you have. And so first we need to capture the myth. And of course we need to let go of the myth and then replace it with the entrepreneurial truth. Did you get that? From the entrepreneurial myth to the entrepreneurial truth. And if we do so, I promise you, the truth will transform, first and foremost, you, the entrepreneur. And then, it's going to transform your business. I promise you it will. It's going to transform your business from ordinary to extraordinary. From surviving to thriving. From ordinary to world class. That's the deal. Why? Because it has already done so for thousands of businesses worldwide. Now, if you don't have a copy of the book yet, and just like what Chris mentioned, good for you, because it's a classic, it's now available electronically. But if you don't have a copy of the book yet, please stay. We're not asking you to go. You stay, because we promise you, you're going to learn a lot. But those of you who would like to deepen their understanding of the entrepreneurial myth, I would highly encourage you to get a copy of the book. It's a great book to add to your personal library. I'm asking you to do this not because I'm asking you to give Michael Gerber a favor. I'm not asking you to do him a favor. Hear me, my friends. I'm asking you to do this because I'm asking you to do yourself a favor. The guy is already 80 plus years old. You're not buying the book because you're doing him a favor. You're buying a book because you're doing yourself a favor. But more than getting a book, I think this is already basic. but we have to mention it nonetheless. Read the book. For crying out loud, how many times have you bought a book and it's just collecting dust? Sabi nga nila, ang tawag doon, shelf-help, hindi self-help. You bought not a self-help book, you bought a shelf-help book. Gumanda lang yung bookshelf mo, pero hindi gumanda yung buhay mo. So we have to emphasize, and I don't think we can overemphasize, that every time you get a book, particularly this book that we're now talking about, please do yourself a favor. Read it. Understand it. And make sure that you take notes on the sides of that e-myth book. You're going to do yourself a favor. One of the most important investments you will ever do for your personal life. So now, let's now talk about what is this widely held but false belief or idea, or what is this e-myth? What is the myth of entrepreneurship? I'll tell you now. I'll tell you now. Those of you who have been reading the book, I know that you've been underlining that. At the heart of the e-myth is this held belief, this strong belief of many people that if you know the technical aspect of the business, then you also know how to successfully run that business. Did you get that, my friends? I'm going to repeat this over and over again. The entrepreneurial myth, the heart of the myth, says that if you know the technical aspect of the business, if I know the technical aspect of the business, then I automatically know how to successfully run this type of a business. Hear me, my friends, that's a myth. That's a lie. Let me give you some specific examples so this would make better sense to you and me. If you have been working in a bake shop for many, many years, if you have been baking for many, many years, and therefore you have already mastered the technical aspect of a bake shop business, specifically the baking. You even tell yourself, you know what, James, because I've been working in this bake shop for many, many years, I have been trained in different places of the world. I tell you, James, I am a world-class baker. And then you even tell yourself, the truth of the matter is, James, ako na ang nagpayaman sa may-ari ng bake shop na to. Alright? You're following me. And so, because you have this belief that since I know how to bake, and since I'm a world-class baker, opening and running a bake shop business will be a breeze. Hear me, my friends. Hear Michael Gerber, my friends. That's a myth. That is a big lie. Am I irritating you? I hope I am. Those of you who are technically great at so many things, I hope I'm irritating you. I hope that I'm getting under your skin, because that's one of the goals today. Let's talk about other examples. James, alam mo, magaling ako magupit. The truth of the matter is, I have been a hairstylist for so many years. In fact, I've been trained in different parts of the world. And James, hear me. Ako na ang nagpayaman sa may-ari ng salon na to. And therefore, I know very well the technical aspect of the business, the hair cutting part of the business, and because I know this, I can run successfully a salon business. Michael Gerber once again says, that's a myth. That's a lie. James, I'm a great cook. I've been trained in one of the best culinary schools in the world. In fact, I have been cooking for this company for many, many years. At least 10 years, James. And the truth of the matter is, ako na nagpayaman sa may-ari ng restaurant na to. And so, James, hear me. because I know the technical aspect of the business, because I know the cooking of the business, therefore, I know how to successfully run my very own restaurant business. Let me irritate you again. That's a lie. That's a myth. I'm taking a long pause because I'm about to say something really, really important.